Hello dear traders, today is the 28th of January. You're watching daily financial news on Insta TV with me, Anna Kasatkina. The central banks of developed countries decided to hold off on further action and leave their monetary policy unchanged for now. Basically, these decisions were largely anticipated by financial analysts, so the Fed's on-hold stance came as no surprise for market participants. The US Federal Reserve chose to maintain status quo in its rate-setting policy and capped the federal funds rate at 0.5%. At the same time, Fed policymakers signaled in the post-meeting statement that the central bank would take a much slower pace on monetary tightening than it had previously planned. The Fed's current dovishness stems from worries over a series of disappointing macroeconomic data, in particular low inflation growth rates. The Federal Open Market Committee admitted that the country's economic health is deteriorating despite the overheated labor market. The overall soft tone of the policy statement dampened market sentiment, urging investors to flock into ultimate safe haven assets, including US Treasury bonds. The yields on American Treasuries climbed significantly, while the international demand for the US dollar, on the contrary, was partly dented. Nevertheless, the greenback still looks relatively attractive and remains well bid against some of its major rivals. One of them is the New Zealand dollar. The Kiwi plunged by about 100 pips versus its US counterpart. However, the Kiwi greenback pair later started an upward correction, reaching 0.6455 in pre-European deals on Thursday. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand, in its turn, followed in the footsteps of the Fed and kept its official cash rate steady at 2.5%, despite widespread concerns regarding weaker economic conditions within the country. In addition to the central bank's rate announcement weighing down on the New Zealand currency, the Kiwi lost some of its strength as it was hit by massive sell-offs resulting from a bearish price outlook for the country's major export product, dairy. This was Daily Financial News on Insta TV. Thank you and goodbye.